People have online relationships.
Yeah, but they meet at some point.
It was a brony relationship first
Oh
off.
my.
What is a brony?
Do you know what brony is? Adult My Little Pony fans.
When did you break up with this individual? I assume woman.
Trans woman, yeah.
Trans woman is like the least surprising plot twist.
Yeah.
She told me after 3 years of being together.
You finally get on the phone one day and it's like, hello.
And then she convinced you that you were trans.
Yes.
What does that even mean?
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gaze, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Hitler Youth.
Oh my God, you guys, I got a bad haircut. Basically, long story short, you need to trust your barber, not your boyfriend, because I wanted to get a fade. And then I went to his barber and I told him not to chop the top off and he cut it all off. So I look like a twink now and I'm very depressed.
I don't actually think it looks bad. I just think it's funny how much you hate any sort of retwinkification.
I look like when we first started doing videos. Like,
You
this is the
really
same
do.
haircut
That's
I
the
had.
thought I had. I was like, you look like a more muscular version of old Demon Twink Clarkson.
Oh, so you think I have muscle? Thanks, Brad.
Okay, yeah, whatever you say. Anyway, since I get to play in all the episodes, by the way, guys, we had some scheduling issues and some travel,
Yeah.
so we're doing a virtual episodes for the next couple days, and we're gonna have to reschedule and do our reality show reaction next Sunday. But in the meantime, we're gonna react to because I plan it, I get to just do whatever I want. We're gonna react to a Caleb Hammer clip.
Okay.
And this
People really
is-
like that for some reason. I mean, like our followers, they all watch Caleb Hammer, so our subscribers.
Yeah, and this one touches on our niche as well, where it's like this guy's a genderqueer, ex-genderqueer, not a beggar, but a bum, and he's also kind of creepy and maybe Lily Tino-esque printed. So, yeah, without further ado, maybe
Genderqueer.
let's just
So he's
watch.
no longer. He's reformed.
Yeah,
So
I
he's
guess you'll have to see.
okay. All right, just play the movie.
You were in a 9-year relationship. How'd you guys not do anything for 9 years?
Well, it was an online relationship.
Oh my, dude.
Come on.
Good death.
Come on. People have online relationships.
Yeah, but they meet at some point.
Yeah, and it's like completely normal for them to never meet you sometimes.
No.
What? No, it's not. That is not normal. Let's not use the word normal.
Well, okay. It was a brony relationship first
Oh
off.
my.
What is a brony?
Do you know what brony is?
Is that I'm thinking of like brownies.
That's
I'm kind of hungry.
no, it's adult My Little Pony fans.
I was just in Tampa and there was the anime convention. And if you walked, this is totally unrelated, but I would think that those types of people would be there because there were people walking around with unicorn heads and greasy hair. It was crazy. Okay, so it's an adult who pretends to be a unicorn, you said.
No, they're fans of the children's show My Little Pony.
Oh.
And it's like kind of a super creepy online community that's a little adjacent to
I was going to say that seems like a slippery slope there.
It's not that they all are, but it's that a disproportionate percentage are, if that makes sense.
Some of them most likely are. Okay.
They make up 13% of the population, but they constitute 50% of the creeps or something
I
like
thought
that.
you were actually. Wait, are you actually doing the statistic or was that a joke?
No, that's a fake statistic. That's a joke statistic.
I know. Okay,
I'm
I
making a
know
joke.
what statistic
Anyway.
you're talking about. Okay.
Anyway, let's keep going here. But you need to know this. He's into My Little Pony as a grown man, and that's how he met his girlfriend that he didn't meet for years. And it gets weirder.
Oh, God.
All right, let's go.
What is wrong with you?
Look,
I hate your existence. I'd rather be speaking to a racist. Why were you with someone for 9 years? Only online. Again, that just stacks with you living at your mom's house to 37. When did you break up with this individual? I assume woman.
Trans woman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trans woman is like the least surprising plot twist.
Yeah, it's like that's just like whatever at this point. It's just the fact that you guys like. I don't understand. How can you like My Little Pony as an adult? Like, what is so? I kind of understand anime because there's like a fan base and a storyline to a lot of it, but like My Little Pony is. That's like I don't get it. What is appealing about that?
Oh, it's creepy. creepy thing to be a fan of as an adult. And then how are you going to date someone for years and you don't meet them? And then also when he's like, I'm assuming it's a woman, he's like, yeah, trans woman. Yeah. I'm like, well, okay. That's a
There's so
slightly
much
different
going
answer.
on. I can't, I like, there's so much going on. It's My Little Pony. Haven't met
That's
him for
why
9
I picked
years.
this one.
And the beard. I mean, we haven't talked about the beard yet, but honestly, that beard's low-key impressive.
Impressive in the sense that I didn't know someone could
How?
grow their pubes that long.
Oh, good one, Brad. Good one.
It looks awful, but he looks like a World of Warcraft gnome that ate a bunch of other gnomes.
I honestly know, but like
Anyway.
the way it's growing is like, it's just like, it's impressive because it's so like genetically abnormal to grow like that actually I kind of dig it. I'm going to be honest.
It's the least concerning thing about him, as you will see.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Remember that crazy troll candidate for governor, James Fishback, who wanted to tax OnlyFans out of existence? Well, according to our channel partners at Kalshi, he is down to just a 2.8% chance in the odds for the Florida Republican governor nominee, whereas Byron Donald has a 97% chance of getting the nomination. Pour one out for Mr. Fishback. Maybe he can take it up and commiserate with Bonnie Blue. But be sure to check out Kalshi. The future of politics is happening on there, and it's the first CFTC-regulated exchange dedicated to trading on the outcome of future events. Go ahead and use code BRADP when you sign up at the link in the description of the pinned comment or on the mobile app to get $20 free when you trade $20 now. Now back to the show.
Yeah.
How do you even know?
Well, she told me after 3 years of being together.
Did you think it was a woman classic?
Oh, I hadn't even heard her voice for the first 3 years.
Why? Oh my.
What the?
Sorry, I'm going to pause and let you react to that.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up. So not only did you not know she was trans for 3 years, but you didn't hear her voice for 3 years. And you dated for 9 years. So that means you didn't hear the voice. Sorry. You didn't hear the voice for 3 years, and then that wasn't enough of a red flag for you to cut it off after that. Then you proceeded to date her for all of those additional years after that. Are we sure this person's real?
But imagine you're dating someone and you for whatever reason, which is a huge red flag, don't speak to them. It's just a text virtual chat. And then you finally get on the phone one day and it's like, hello.
Hey. Yo, did you see that My Little Pony episode? It was so good this morning.
It makes more sense that the other person is also a brony, knowing that it's actually a male.
I'm just shocked that there's a community of this. Like, we don't need to have a community for everything. We really don't. I mean, I bet you they're somehow adjacent to the queer community too. Whatever. All right.
Oh, well, he's queer as well, as you'll see. But actually he actually is.
Actually,
but also
he is.
he has, like,
he dated a
fake queer
trans
stuff
woman,
as well.
so that's bi at least. So.
But wait, did he really? Because I don't think he ever met her or did anything sexually.
It's like, welcome to the club, king. You bi king.
But all right, let's keep going.
Oh my, dude, I don't have a response. This is blowing my mind. People like you should not exist. Like,
people like me don't exist. I'm one of a kind, baby. Come on.
Unfortunately, now we
That's
just
true.
don't see you guys until you mash something. Still on the fact.
Oh, Caleb said that.
Caleb's getting kind of crazy. Like that's a crazy thing to
I
say.
love
He's
him
funny.
so much.
Yeah. Do we
But
know
that's some
anything
shit I
about
would say.
him? Like what he does for work or like
About
what?
Caleb?
No, not about Caleb.
Oh,
about the guy.
I watched the full episode, but oh yes, I do know what he does for work, and it's so creepy. He draws sexual cartoons that he sells to people on Discord, and sometimes he draws them to look petite, which means weirdly childlike.
Let me guess. They have a My Little Pony next to that. All right. This is getting to the point where Caleb should have just called like the police instead of putting him on the podcast. Because there's too many
Chris
things that are.
Hansen.
Yeah, who's that?
He's the guy from Catch a Predator.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what this is turning into, unfortunately.
Yeah. But it wasn't supposed to be that, and he just started revealing things.
Yeah, wait.
And
So
I
when are we
didn't
getting
put
to
this
his
in the
finances? Because isn't that
Oh,
what
that's
this is
not in
about?
the clip.
Oh, okay. So we're just learning about
Yeah,
him.
they do that at the end of the show, but
Got it.
yeah. It's just turned into human interest or human horror. Anyway, let's keep going.
The fact that you're dating someone for 4 years and didn't know that person was trans.
Well, I learned they were trans because she talked to me in voice, and I noticed her voice sounded really masculine. I asked why. And then she says, well, I'm transgender. And I say, well, I told you I was a dude up front when we first met. And then you told me you were a woman up front. I kind of wish you were a little more honest about that. And then she calls me transphobic.
No.
And then I felt bad.
Oh, my
and
God.
then I was like, you know what? I don't want to be transphobic. I'll stay with you.
But
And
to
I stayed
her,
with
she
her.
is a woman, I guess. Is
Yeah.
how it works.
That's
I think.
yeah, to her. For it.
What a delusional cuck. Oh my God.
So basically, he just folded because he got accused of being transphobic for saying you probably should have told me that after 3 years. And then, but I want to know why he stayed with her.
I guess if it's only a text chat relationship, how much of a difference does it make?
Yeah, it's not like you actually have to play with the pecker. I mean, just put it in between your legs and take a nude and send it to him.
This dude at another point in the episode also said he's too scared to get a blowjob because what if they bite it off?
This is rage bait. I'm over it. This is not real.
I don't think so. I think he's a real person. I think it's all real. Like you don't understand how many Discord goblins there are out there on the internet.
Okay, and we were trying to get on Caleb Hammer thinking we were interesting enough to get on here, and watching this clip, I know why they didn't choose us. Because this is horrific. Wow.
How could we compete with this?
We can't.
All right,
We really
let's keep
can't.
going.
But I mean,
I ain't going to rub in anybody's face about what they're doing in their private time, but
well, I mean, it did kind of impact you.
it did very
outside
heavily.
of this person's private time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel things 4 years of just texting?
Yeah.
Did you give her any money?
Well, yes, I gave her a lot of money. I paid
Oh
for
my
HRT
God.
for 3 years.
I knew it. Oh,
Yeah.
she knew it, of course. Because why was she? You know, she was getting railed in her asshole.
Yeah, because she told me she was.
And you're okay with that?
I was a big ol' open polyamorous dude.
Yeah, you poly, buddy. You're not poly if you're not with anyone.
Yo, I was trying to be.
So him being poly, kinda theoretically, least surprising plot twist.
That's what I mean. I just assumed at this point that he was poly, but it's like, are you actually poly if you're not even seeing this person? Like, you're just in a group chat. That's not polyamory. That's just having a group chat.
But she's actually poly.
She is sleeping with other people while
Getting
texting
railed.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right, whatever.
It's bleak. Anyway, we'll keep going. Because we haven't gotten to his trans identity yet. Or we're going too soon, I think.
Oh God.
All right.
No,
go.
you guys being poly is your person that you were with was constantly someone that wasn't you. You didn't even hear this person's voice for 4 years, and other people hold 3 years, while other people heard that person moan constantly.
Yeah.
You didn't even get that.
She was married even. Didn't tell me she was married for 8 years.
Was she cheating?
Oh, she was cheating a lot, yeah. On her husband that was transphobic, that
When did
didn't
this
like that
end?
she was transitioning. Like 2 years ago when I was in
You
Ohio.
paid for her to move to Pennsylvania or to Washington from Pennsylvania.
She promised me
What
we were
the
going to meet up
fuck?
finally because I was in Ohio.
Whoa,
she was in
you were
Pennsylvania.
fucking.
Wait, they're just skipping over the fact that the trans woman was married?
That's not poly. That's cheating. What? Okay, so this person is married and is having a text affair with somebody who, I guess they both like My Little Pony, and he thought this was a full-on relationship. It's his fault. She literally was just bored and on a My Little Pony forum and is texting him. Oh my God.
And did you catch the part about how he was giving her money the whole time? He's a pay pig.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This poor guy. How much money was he giving? Did he say?
Not a lot, but like hundreds of dollars for HRT. And he's like broke and in debt.
For HRT. So she lied to you about being trans and then somehow manipulated you after lying about it to pay for her HRT. That is honestly
kind of iconic.
This is impressive on the trans girl's part. Good for her. Now, the My Little Pony thing is a little weird, but I don't even think she likes My Little Pony.
Not the cheating. The cheating is not good.
Yeah, well,
she just went to the My Little Pony forum to find gullible
That's
cucks.
what I'm saying. I don't think she likes My Little Pony. I think this is probably just her business model. Good for, you know what? At this point, I respect the doll in this story. I do.
Except for the cheating and lying and secret trans.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
But I don't feel bad about the money. At that point, if you're choosing to get scammed, right? Like
yeah, at some point you are responsible for your own actions. So
okay, let's keep going.
Say it, man. Say the R word. Say it.
No. It's not the thing. You were being,
okay.
you were like being catfished, but not just catfished. You were being scammed.
Absolutely.
But for 9 years.
For
you
9
didn't
years.
realize this?
Oh, I had my inklings, especially with
Inklings. For 9 years, you got some inklings.
I got some inklings. I had a whole lot of inklings, and they were all people on the internet telling me I'm being scammed and catfished, and I wasn't listening to them.
Oh, and then she convinced you that you were trans.
Yes.
What does that even mean?
Well, we played a lot of video games together. Every time we played, I was playing a girl character. She's like, you know why you like girl characters? It's because you're a girl. I went along with it.
You went along with it?
I went along with it.
How do you not have independent thought?
that was my first question. I'm like, is anything working in this guy? Like, what it's not like he's like, what's the female term for hypnotized? I don't know, but it's not like he's like mesmerized by like the sex because he's not getting any. So like, what is going on here?
I have no idea. I was convinced I was trans because of video game characters. Not actually how that works.
Wow. He must have really been in love with this fictional trans person who's probably just a random scammer in India. But poor guy.
I don't know, man. All right, let's keep going.
Well, because it's like when have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Oh, well, that kind of destroys my
And
argument.
I them.
Oh,
How can you be convinced you're trans? How's that even possible? I know some kids go through it at school, but it's like, dude,
well, I think there's like an entire like.
you were like 35.
Yeah, 35.
Good point.
I think there's like something to be said about like people who convince people that they're trans
Yes,
because
but
they
you're
talk.
not a kid.
Well,
For kids, I understand.
adults can be impressionable.
All right, I get the point applies to like 12-year-olds who might be convinced they're non-binary.
Yeah.
But you're a full-grown man. Take a little bit of accountability.
This is kind of sad. He clearly has like no sense of self whatsoever. And then any person that showed him attention, he was just willing to be like a whole new person. It's kind of sad to watch. It's getting to like at first I was like, wow, double homicide, triple homicide, quadruple homicide. But now I'm just like, damn, dude. Like I don't know
That's how a lot of these episodes go. They start funny and they get bleak.
Yeah, I'm starting to get upset for him. And he lives with his mom still. Did his mom not tell him that he
Yeah.
wasn't trans? I don't know.
Oh, his mom's an enabler,
Oh.
and him and his 42-year-old brother both live at home, and they don't pay rent.
You know what? Honestly, if my mom wasn't schizophrenic and she had a home, I'd probably live there too to save money. So,
But then he's like, well, I help out by buying groceries, and then you later find out just for himself.
oh my God. So he's doing the one thing but like the one thing that is required for a human to do, which is eat, he is doing by himself. That's it.
And he's doing a lot of it, clearly.
Oh, here comes Brad with the fat shaming, guys. Get him in the
Oh
comments.
my God. Anyway, let's keep going.
Like a 60-year-old guy.
because you have no life experience because you've only lived at home and you have no real. When's the last time you had a real job?
Working at Victoria's Secret when I was like 16.
No, he wasn't.
All right. So, brony community, that's where it all started. It all took off. One day, long ago, 2011, I made a comic. Everyone loved it. I got big in the brony community. So, I'm going to conventions. I'm seeing a bunch of people. I get hanging out with a whole bunch of people. Yeah, I go to cons. I sell my art. People love my shit at cons. I made thousands at those things. Anyway.
Sure, why not?
Oh, you have no idea.
I have no idea.
So.
Okay. But what about the trans people?
Okay, so met a whole bunch of people, got a big giant friend group, got all these people surrounding me. And I started to like actually hang out with a whole bunch of people in the trans community. But mind you, it was the brony community trans people. And they were just like, they're so goddamn picky about absolutely everything to the point where they got these rules, these like absolutely fascistic rules about how everything needs to happen, how conversation literally needs to happen. I've had people, when I said I was trans, I was agender non-binary for the record. I have any pronouns I want.
Agender non-binary.
What the does that mean? Genuinely, what is
nothing? It means nothing.
But why do you need agender non-binary? Don't those, even though both of those things standing alone mean nothing, you added two terms together that mean nothing.
And they're redundant.
Yeah, it's like you non-binary wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to just not make any sense as a non-binary. You had to be agender non-binary. I'm genuinely curious as to what that means. Agender non-binary.
All right, let's just watch the little bit at the end here, and then we'll conclude with one last bombshell.
Okay.
Let's
pronouns.
watch.
So this girl walks up to me who was a friend of mine for like 4 years at a point, and she goes, "What are your pronouns?" I go, "Any." And she goes, "No, you have to pick one." And I go, "Any." And her boyfriend like nudges me, and he's like, "Just say a pronoun. Just do what she says." And I'm like, "Her?" And they go, "Okay, I'll ask them. I'll call you her from now on." She walks away. I'm just like, "What was that?" He's like, "Oh, she gets extremely mad if people don't pick pronouns." I'm like, huh?
Okay.
I love how that's what's perplexing to him about all of this.
I just have to keep reminding myself that this is not about the crazy non-binaries at the convention. This is about the people who are at a My Little Pony convention. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it. Is My Little Pony a show? It was a toy, right?
I thought it was a show as well.
Oh my God.
It was both.
You know what? If it was Care Bears, I loved Care Bears growing up. I would buy a Care Bear.
You don't understand, Clark. He makes his money by drawing sexualized art of the My Little Pony.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. So he draws. Wait, so bestiality is kind of included in this also. So not.
But it's like you were gonna have to blur that word, but it starts with a B and it's nasty. But it's like also that word involving animals, but also the child version of it, like drawing them intentionally childlike, these animals. That's how he makes his money, and he sells it to people.
He's like, yeah, people really like my art. Yeah, I wonder why. I wouldn't be proud of that. There's a market for everything. No, I don't know.
FBI.
People like Epstein loved buying children too, allegedly, or whatever. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing.
No, but it's like, unfortunately, the type of person that would be an agender, non-binary, anime CP salesperson, he looks exactly like you would expect.
Do you want to know what's so funny talking about anime? I literally, before we started filming, my boyfriend is in the room next to me I was watching an anime show. He started.
There's nothing wrong with anime.
It's just
I
funny.
like some anime.
Oh, you do?
But yeah, I liked Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's nothing wrong with anime.
Oh,
but but My Little Pony is like for children.
Yeah.
It's not anime. It's like a children's show.
I want to do a deep dive into this community. I'm very curious.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll have to do it in like
a
members only or something.
Oh my God. But we're going to get that one comment that says, longtime normie here. I love your humor and edgy jokes, but I was deeply offended by you suggesting that bronies are suspicious. I've been a brony for a long time and I'm not a creeper. And it's like, we're not saying everybody is bad, and it's all
No,
at
we
the end of
are.
the day.
We are.
None of
I'm
this
sorry.
is serious.
No. Brad, we're not
No,
doing this.
Clark.
We're not doing this. If somebody watches us and they're an adult obsessed with My Little Pony, I'm sorry. You need to get it the together. That's a problem. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, to each their own. Actually, last night I was at a party and it was like a bunch of gays or whatever. And there was somebody said something like, or they were talking about somebody who was like doing something crazy or into something crazy. And they're like, well, to each their own. I was just over it. I was over the pleasantries. I was like, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in to each their own. And neither do you. You're only saying that.
Clark is the anti-libertarian.
I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. I don't. But so no, if you're a normie and you like My Little Pony and you are over the age of 6, we need to reassess that.
Intervention time. Yeah.
Send us a voice note.
All right, guys, let us know what you think of this one in the comments below. Do become a channel member. We're going to have more voicemail episodes coming soon, and we will eventually, when we're back in Miami, do the dating show reaction for next weekend. And in the meantime, subscribe, donate to the Blossom GoFundMe.
Fund.
If we can even get... Yeah, the Blossom Fund. We're over $1,000. If we can get it to 1,500, I think we'll chip in the last 1,000. So get it done, and then we'll get Blossom to do us. Anyway, our podcast, I mean.
Hang up.
Anyway, guys, comment, subscribe. We'll be back with more real soon.